Hello, everyone. It is now 10:06 p.m. at night. So, since the last time of talking to y'all, the previous video that I did earlier, um, oh man, I've been tired all day. Excuse me. Sorry. So, like, after the previous video from this morning, um, I was so tired that um I think it was about 10 o'clock when I got off the video. And then I didn't realize I would sleep that long. But my body needs it. It needed it, catching up from all those days being sleep deprived and on the streets. Um, I'm still tired. So I went to fall asleep at 10 something this morning. And then I woke up at some time. I don't remember if I checked the time, but if I did, I didn't remember what time it was. But I woke up at some time, excuse me, to use the bathroom, and I had a weird dream that I was the age that I am now and volunteering at the nursing homes. And me and my twin sister, we used to volunteer at the nursing homes um, in ninth grade and I think 11th and 12th grade as well. Um, and I didn't realize I was being gang stalked even then, you know. But at two different nursing homes. And some of the nursing home volunteering, it was like mandatory service hours in order to graduate from high school or whatever. And also, with me being part of the fake IDMR cult during my teenage years, the fake foster mom forced me to, do fake community service hours over there, being an usher of the cult. And I was like the only child and the only female usher, of the cult, on that branch, you know. So, yeah, randomly out of nowhere, I had a weird dream about volunteering at the nursing homes, and it was a black man that I was pushing him in a wheelchair, you know, and I don't remember what other events happened. Um, but every now and then, I guess I'll have dreams about volunteering at the nursing home. But even within the recent decade, I have made attempts to see about volunteering at nursing homes, and I haven't tried lately, but I'm talking about within the past decade, but not within the past few years, because of that thing that happened in 2020, and now they want you to get this. So yeah, but anyway, um so it's like I and I think it was in 2017 when I went to live in Jefferson, Shrewsbury area, and I tried to make attempts to volunteer at the nursing home where the biological mom Frances was at, and Well, they made it so complicated to the point where it was impossible to to you know volunteer or whatever. So I just didn't worry about it. You know, um, now they try to make it like you have to have like advanced background checks because of the abuses going on and stuff. You know, so but I mean I was being abused and oppressed. You know, when I was volunteering at the nursing homes during my teenage years. If we volunteered at the nursing homes and we were underage kids and we were supposed to be guaranteed a free meal of lunch to eat, and then the ghetto narcissistic fake perp volunteers would refuse to feed us and then lie and say, oh, y'all just greedy, and wait until 11 o'clock just to come for the food. How can you be arrogant enough to say something like that when the food has like when you go to a volunteer, or if you like, the food at nursing homes is completely bland, and a lot of the times they serve like pureed food to the elderly homeless people. It's like um it's like no flavor at all, you know. So if everything y'all have, like, y'all are required to not put any flavoring on the food, why would someone break their necks for that? You know, and then they would falsely accuse us of stealing. Well, I don't know about my twin sister, but me being targeted, they would falsely accuse me of stealing stuff, and they would have people trying to set me up, the elderly and the elderly citizens and the staff would have moments where they would falsely accuse me of doing things I didn't do, or falsely accuse me of stealing stuff, or falsely accuse me of this, falsely accusing me of that, and stuff. And then my twin sister would go there and slander me and spread a bunch of lies and turn all the staff and the residents against me and manipulate them to hate me and everything. You know, um, that was at the second nursing home she did that, but I don't remember if she tried it at the first nursing home. But yeah, um, but I wrote a short story a couple of years ago about, a fiction short story about a nursing home situation. I don't remember um the name of, the title of the short story offhand. But yeah, like dealing with my targeting and fighting to survive and everything. Um, like, the reason why I wouldn't trust for myself to volunteer at any nursing homes or hospitals or work for pay, and the reason why I wouldn't trust for myself to work at any caregiver jobs anymore, whether it be pet sitting or caregiving for children, is because and I've said this before, you know, well, first of all, they wouldn't even hire me, and if I did get hired, I wouldn't want, to deal with the false accusations of whether it be a false accusation of molesting a child or hurting an animal or stealing from an elderly person. I wouldn't want those false accusations. So I can't even look for those kinds of jobs, as far as trying to look for work or employment or anything like that. So those kinds of jobs are exited out of my book, you know. Um, so But yeah, um so yeah, so I woke up at 3:20 p.m. and I was hungry. And I woke up, fake Darnell was making fake harassing messages at least twice today. And it's like he is not just an attention seeking troll, but he's dangerous to my life. And I'm wondering, how is he free? How is he not in jail or prison? You know. So I'm so tired, y'all. Excuse me. So surprisingly, with this hotel, the um the hotel rates were cheaper over the weekend than for tomorrow. That's backwards, but it's unusual, Maybe because I did 3 nights and they have a promotion. But yeah, I had just enough funds left to get to do one more night for tomorrow night. And they got breakfast here, so um it may be because the breakfast was kind of lighter today. That might have been why I was hungry enough for lunch. So I ate breakfast and then I did the previous video, and then I was so tired. I was more tired than I thought I was, and I slept from like probably about 10 o'clock, between 10 and 10:30, and then woke up at 3:20 this afternoon, and then about 4 o'clock I ate the leftover gyro, hyro, whatever you doggone call it, gyro, hero, whatever sandwich, and the chips and milk chocolate covered almonds, and that was about 4 o'clock. And then afterwards I took a shower and washed my hair, and I did not put any conditioner or try to comb my hair out or anything, just because it's like my body felt dead tired. Like, it's like I felt so tired that I felt like I was convinced that I was seconds away from death. You know, that's how tired I was. And I had to take the shower sitting down, and my hips were kind of hurting a little bit. I was so highly exhausted and weighed down, tired, you know. And then, yeah, that was after I ate dinner. I'm sorry, it was after I ate the late lunch. And, it was after I ate the late lunch. So then, um, so yeah, I took the shower, and after eating the late lunch, and then I came and rested for a bit, and was watching a few YouTube videos. On social media, they had where I got an undeserved community violation for misinformation just for talking about my targeting, on a different social media. So, just for a video somewhat, like how I'm talking now. So, can't even talk about my targeting, but that was the fake AI that automatically, you know, did that, you know. and then they wrongfully rejected my appeal. So I felt discouraged and upset. Um, but my hips are hurting now, you know, and I'm still tired. I did not get to work on any writings, but I was able to listen to the Bible and pray. For dinner, I had some kind of mango juice. It didn't even taste like real mango, but flavor wise, it tasted kind of good, but a little bit watered down. And I had some grilled chicken, dark meat chicken, like two thighs and a leg is what they gave me. Um, so I had some grilled chicken, a little piece of, excuse me, see, they forced farting me. I had a grilled chicken because I didn't want fried. I don't know why I was craving chicken, but I mean, maybe because I may not have had it in a while. I don't remember when the last time I had chicken this week, because I haven't been keeping up with what I ate. I just eat just to doggone survive and live, whatever. But, so I had chicken and mac and cheese because I don't get to have mac and cheese a lot, or spaghetti and meat sauce for whatever reason. But I had mac and cheese. The mac and cheese, it tasted overcooked, you know, but it wasn't mushy, but it was overcooked and it didn't taste that great. But I had, it was like a what is it called, a King's Hawaiian roll. Well, it wasn't as sweet as King's Hawaiian roll, but it was somewhat similar, maybe. Um, and I had a cookie. Wait, yeah, that's all I had. Um, and so I reserved, for another night, for tomorrow night, for hotel, and I have enough for dinner for tomorrow. I don't know if I'll eat lunch tomorrow or not. I'm gonna try to not eat lunch tomorrow. Try to not eat lunch and try to hold out until dinner. And then I guess Tuesday morning or something, I may end up having to be back on the streets, maybe. And then mostly all my funds will have run out because I still have reserved. I have reserved. Um, you know, the funds for the bus fare and the um the bus fare and the phone bill, and if I can't get anything resolved with the libraries or something, maybe, for the notary thing, I may have to pay. And that's just unnecessary because fake Darnisha should not have illegally swatted me. And this afternoon when I woke up angry, thinking about how exhausted I am with all this fake jail, unnecessary jail and court, you know, and so that's gotten me bogged down and depressed, and it's like it's exhausting and frustrated. Like they are trying to force me to be too mentally exhausted to even deal with court. They are draining me spiritually. You know, there's only so much pressure someone can take, and exhaustion. You know, um. But let's talk about fake Darnisha, fake Darnell's enablers. Now that's the one with the enablers, or my twin sister's enablers. But then they want to talk about me having enablers. For people to support me and know for a fact that what the stalkers is doing is wrong and criminal, and they see that the stalkers is trying to murder me, and they're trying to murder me, but they pretend that they care about my physical appearance, or try to tell me you should dress this way, you should look that way, you need to eat this way, and don't spend your money on this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. Like, and they won't mind their business. They won't respect my wishes to being left alone, and they won't mind their own business. They won't stay away from me, and they think they. And who's the one who's entitled when they think that they are entitled to try to control someone who they have no authority over? When they want to pretend to be fake concerned and try to falsely make it like my supporters are enablers that's trying to set me up to get killed. When the stalkers are the ones that are setting me up to get killed or hoping that I get killed. You know, so like I'm still like physically really tired. Hold up. You know, um oh man, I'm in so much pain. So I'm disappointed in myself. But if I needed the extra rest, then I needed the extra rest. So here I'm wearing the teal dress, and it seems like I don't. I washed it, not today, but I washed it last week, and I don't know why it seems like it kind of smells bad a little bit. It might have been from all that rain, you know, from dealing with so much rain, and and that might be why it smelled bad a little, just a little bit, not much. But I think that it seems like the teal dress is shrunk. I think it shrunk a little, you know. But I'm debating on whether or not to get my hair cut or continue to fight to let it grow. But if the texture feels messed up, um, I mean, I really don't want to have to get it cut off. I still want to keep fighting to get the knots out and the tangles out. But, today I took a break from trying to do it, took a rest. I don't know if I'll work on it tomorrow. But, I don't know if Tuesday night, if I can have a hotel room, if I will have, a way to get a hotel room Tuesday, or if I have to be back on the streets Tuesday, you know, Tuesday night. But I don't know yet. I'll see. My hips hurt. So I've been in pain and physically tired and weighed down. And I can't even express myself articulately, or my mind is not clear, you know. But and I took the last of the clay today, bentonite clay. The last of all the clay that I have, and I'm supposed to be getting some more soon. I'm making these faces because I'm in pain. And because of like me being in pain and stuff, you know, uh, the stalkers will screenshot, and my twin sister has done this too, screenshot me making a certain facial expression from being in pain from the directed energy weapons, and then they will circulate the picture and try to make it go fake viral and lie and say um that this is me masturbating or playing with myself. And y'all have never seen me do that, you know. But ever since we were 18 or 19, more like 18 years old, my twin sister and the foster, and probably before then, my twin sister and the foster stepdad and the foster boys used to lie on me and make false rumors and say that Candy is in the bathroom for 3 hours because she's masturbating, and I wasn't. If I was just soaking in the tub from having like menstrual cramps or something, and I guess psych medications intensify whatever pain you're going through. Because I'm glad to find natural ways to reduce or eliminate the cramps. You know, so my cramps weren't really that bad today. I almost had like very little cramps because I took the bentonite clay, and I sneezed like a couple of times today, and I think I coughed a little today. But I took the bentonite clay, and you know, it. I need to drink some more water before bed. Um, it's 10:32 p.m. right now, and I'm too physically tired to work on any writings. Like all my arms and everything, I feel just my whole body feels weighed down and weak. You know, and I wish I did get to have a permanent home where I wouldn't have to suffer on the streets, or where I wouldn't have to have. I wish I could have a home where I could have peace and quiet, and where I wouldn't have to worry about having trash neighbors. Or, when you are a targeted individual, the gang stalking neighbors are simply, I mean, they are the neighbors from hell. You know, so for me to deal with the stalking and harassment, I can't even stay in places for a very long time. Um, can't even have anywhere permanent to live or work. Um, but yeah, without a car and dealing with being homeless, um, I don't know what side hustle thingies I can do in order to earn money. Like YouTube is considered, I don't know, a job or a side hustle, and I'm not earning much, you know, and my writing is a side hustle, but I earn very little, you know. Um, but if I mean, as I said, the jail and court situation is slowing me down, and I would hate to be locked up in jail or prison, or probably jail, during um me and my twin sister's 42nd birthday. I do not want to have to spend my birthday locked up. I want to be able to get to be free. And so I got two false criminal charges to have to fight. And I'm exhausted and tired of going going to jail and court. And this is just simply for, harassment. And when fake Darnisha, fake Darnell illegally swatted me January 9th, and then precisely 4 months later, when he illegally swatted me on January 9th, and I got wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail, he told me, like, right before he lied on me, called the police and lied and said that I broke into the library building. He told me, um, if you don't sell your something like if you don't sell your soul right now to the devil, then you're gonna go to jail or something like that. He said, and I was fighting for motel nights because that was before I got wrongfully kicked out of and banned from the deluxe in motel in Gretna, you know. So he was trying to tell me if I didn't sell my soul, that he was gonna call the police, and he probably did do some witchcraft. And the cops, y'all saw some of y'all saw what they did, and they didn't even give me a chance to explain myself or defend my innocence. And if the cops, if they would have walked up to me calmly and question me about what was going on. They could have avoided that arrest. And my phone is still, the phone, is the camera is still it's still, you know, it's cracked. They always break and throw my phone. And the stalkers delusionally convince themselves to falsely believe that I really broke the law. You know, and I didn't break the law. And it's like all this crying out for help and no one to listen and everyone to ignore you and victim blame, and you just suffering and being wrongfully persecuted. Um, as I said, the more false criminal charges they put on me, that's the less job and housing opportunities that I could have. I'm already wrongfully blacklisted due to being targeted. You're just gonna ruin me even more because you're trying to murder me. Just this is a nightmare that excuse me. How could people get away with stalking and harassing and trying to murder someone, and it's not considered a crime? But for someone to be innocent and just trying to survive, oh, you could go to jail for this. You could get arrested for that. You know, see, they try to hit me with weapons and cause me a forced hiccup. Um, so yes, earlier I heard the fake police sirens today. I mean, not police. I think it was ambulance sirens, and I also heard the fake car alarm harassment. And the very second I get out of bed to stand up to go and walk over to get my phone to record it, they hurry up and turn the car alarm off. You know, it's like how could they watch and then hurry up and stop that quick? You know, so I too tired to even. My body's feeling weak and weird. Like my body's feeling weird. So man, it's like I'm just like I have zero energy, physical energy, you know. And as I said, my writing goals is being held up or sabotaged because of having to be focused with the fake jail and court situation. And then the same stalkers that illegally swatted me and got me wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail, and I had to be forced to go to court and pay this fee and that fee and everything. They want me to shut up about it. Shut up and stop complaining about it. And then they want to bully and harass me and talk about you better make sure you go to court or else I'm calling the police, or you better make sure you do this, you better make sure you do that. And that was all unnecessary. And, you know, I mean, and it's like I heard that it does no good for you to complain to the internal affairs for the police because they will ignore you, or they won't listen to you. You know, if you write police reports, they ignore you. They ignore you on purpose because you're targeted, and they're abusive and narcissistic and fake power hungry. You know, and they're satanic. Any police officer that would do his job correctly and like he's supposed to, or like if he's sworn oath, um, like if he's not corrupt, then he would get wrongfully fired and lose his job and probably be targeted and then murdered. And I don't even know if they hit me with directing because I wanted to accomplish goals by writing some more and also putting out more ebooks this week. They probably hit me with weapons on purpose to disable me and make me feel kind of damn near paralyzed or crippled up, and just I feel like weighed down with no physical energy, you know. So I'm gonna get off here now and keep me in your prayers. And well, I'll chat with y'all tomorrow. I love y'all, and I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I'll see what I can do.